I was dating a woman for months, then found out in a meeting she was my client's wife. Back in March, I took what looked like an easy case. A guy named Dave came in for a simple divorce. He and his wife had been apart for more than a year. He wanted it done clean and fast. He was calm, not looking to fight. I took the retainer, ran a conflict check, and opened the file. At the same time, I had started seeing a woman named Sarah. We met at the coffee shop near my office. She said she was going through a divorce, but didn't give details, and I didn't press. She used a different last name in daily life than the one on her legal papers. When I ran conflicts, nothing pinged. Dave's case moved along. We set a 4-way settlement meeting. I told him we'd keep it respectful and cut through the big points. That morning, I printed our proposal, grabbed my notes, and walked him into the conference room. Sarah was sitting across the table next to her attorney. I stopped. My briefcase slid out of my hand and hit the floor. Sarah stared at me, then at Dave. The room went quiet. Dave looked from her to me and back again. I saw the second he put it together. "Are you serious right now?" he said. Not loud, just tight. Sarah's eyes filled. Her lawyer rubbed his forehead. I felt heat climb up my neck. I asked for a minute and took Dave into the hall. He wanted answers. How long had this been going on? Did I know she was his wife? Was I working an angle? I told him we'd been dating a couple months and I hadn't known. I pulled my intake notes and showed the last name he gave me. I opened my laptop and pulled up the conflict screen. No match. He kept staring. "What kind of lawyer doesn't ask basic questions?" he said. I said I should have asked more. I said the system missed it and I missed it too. I told him I would withdraw right away and help him find new counsel. He watched me for 10 seconds, then let out a breath. He didn't like it, but he believed I hadn't set him up. We went back in. I told Sarah's attorney we had a conflict and could not meet. I said I would move to withdraw. Nobody argued. We packed our papers in silence. Dave left without shaking my hand. That week was a grind. I filed the motion to withdraw because the case had already started. I called 3 firms and got Dave a good referral. I boxed his file, logged every hour, and refunded the unused money. I wrote letters to the court and to Dave, explaining the conflict in plain words. I reported it to our firm like I was supposed to. Sarah and I didn't speak. Her lawyer sent 2 emails asking to confirm there was no plan or trick. I said there wasn't. Dave texted me once. He said the delay had messed up his timeline and he had to start over. Also, my malpractice carrier made me log the incident and warned my premium might go up at renewal. 3 weeks later, my managing partner asked me to come in early. I walked into a conference room with 3 partners, our firm's general counsel, and a rep from the insurance company on video. The managing partner slid a folder across the table. Opposing counsel had reported the conflict to the state bar. There was a disciplinary inquiry. They asked me to explain everything, start to finish. I told them how I met Sarah. I told them she used a different last name at the coffee shop than the one on her legal papers. I walked through my intake steps. I showed the conflict log with no match. Saying it out loud made it sound worse. The general counsel took notes and said this looked like a material limitation conflict. He said withdrawing was the right call, but we needed to tighten our screens. The firm told me to complete 8 hours of training on conflicts before taking new clients. They enrolled me in a Saturday seminar. I showed up at 8 in a hotel ballroom. One of the instructors was a divorce lawyer I'd faced before. She looked at me like she already knew why I was there. We went over rules and case studies. One case from 2019 was nearly the same. A divorce lawyer started dating someone and learned at a meeting that she was the other spouse. The room murmured. I underlined the rule numbers. At lunch, 2 attorneys whispered about a story they'd heard from a firm in our city. They didn't know it was me. In the afternoon, we took the exam. I passed. I brought the certificate back to the office and put it on the general counsel's desk. He nodded and told me to update my intake checklist. I added a step to ask for any names a person uses day to day, not just what's on the ID. I added a step to run a manual search before the system check. A few weeks later, a letter came from the bar. I stood by the copy machine and opened it with a pen cap. The inquiry was closed with a private caution. No public discipline, but a warning in their file. I read it twice. The next month, my policy renewed with a 15% increase. The carrier said it was because of the reported issue. I put both letters in a folder, slid it into the drawer, and shut it. Now, clients are canceling consults after the inquiry. Was I wrong for it?